Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be closing out July, getting everything ready for August. I want to go through what we spent on our last paycheck of the month. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then stay tuned. If this is your first time joining me, hi, my name is Emmy. I am married and I have 2 children. This channel is all about how we plan to get out of over $200,000 worth of debt. I like to make videos about our spending, our savings, how we plan on getting out of that debt, sinking funds, digital cash stuffing, and regular old American currency cash stuffing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please feel free to like this video, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so you know when I post new videos. To all my returning subscribers, hello, good to see you again. Leave me a comment so I know you stopped by. I hope you guys have enjoyed your July. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, July, what a month. Look at all the spendings that happened. It's a lot. So today we're going to be closing out the month. For those of you who are new, my family does budget from the 25th to the 25th of every month. So for us, that means July is over. It is currently Monday, July 25th when I am filming this. So we are just going to close out the entire month, and our last paycheck of the month was from the 15th of July until the 24th of July. So let's see how we did. When I do my weekly check-ins, I like to check in on 5 different categories. Well, I guess 6 if you count unbudgeted spends. But those categories are food, and that is groceries and eating out. My husband's allowance, he gets $75 a week to spend. My allowance, I get $50 a week to spend. Gas and transportation, any sinking funds that we use, and then an unbudgeted category in case something comes up that we didn't quite expect. So for paycheck number 3, as you can see, it covers 2 weeks, but actually a week and a couple of days. Week number 5 was a short week for us since it only covers 3 days, the 22nd through the 24th. So I guess you could say that this last week had a prorated amount. It wasn't quite the full amount for each one of these categories. So a full week's worth plus a little bit extra, we have $310 that I budgeted for this paycheck. So let's see how we did with $310. All of our food spends are going to be in the orange. So I have my calculator here. I hope you guys can see. All right, so we did some eating out. We did some more eating out. Even more eating out. Do we see a pattern here, folks? How y'all been? It's been so hot that we just don't want to cook anything. I can't be bothered to turn on the stove or the oven. It's so hot. So we've been eating out a lot. Yep, $295.80 worth. But hey, that's under budget here. I guess technically, I probably shouldn't have included that one. $273.84. Sorry if the camera's shaking while I erase that. $273.84. And so what I do is I subtract what we spent from what was budgeted. So we technically had $36.16 left for this 3 days, but we only spent that one eating out $21.96. So that means we should have $14.20 left over in our cash envelope. Let's check to make sure that's right. All right, so here's our food envelope. I'm sorry about the glare, but I said $14.20. All right, so we have 10, 15, 20, and then we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is correct. All right, I'm gonna put that money off to the side there so we can figure out what to do with that later. So that's great. Let's get the happy green highlighter. Came in under budget there. Awesome. All right, next is my husband's allowance. So his is the stuff in yellow that have this little asterisk next to it. All right, so let's add all that up. He bought some touch tones. Oh, he bought money to play at a jukebox at a bar. Lots of eating out for him too, I see. Band camp is in full swing. My husband is a full-time, he's a high school band director, and marching band season, band camp has begun, so time for all the heavy spends. All right, he spent $54.93 for that first week, which means he had $60.07 left over for those 3 days. And then those 3 days he spent some more eating out, some more eating out, and some snacks at a gas station. $38.55. Holy smokes, you guys. Did my husband go under budget? He gave me money back. So we'll see if that matches. $21.52. That's a lot. $21.52. That's right. Oh my goodness. Go him. That is awesome. That's really, really good. All right, my allowance. Mine is in the yellow, but it doesn't have the asterisk next to it. So like this one is my spend. I bought a dress for myself. Eating out for lunch. I got a Frosty because it was hot. And that's it, $57.91. And I didn't spend anything those last couple of days. So I should have $17.09 left over. Now, I forgot to mention to you guys, I did make a little bit of a boo-boo. Made a mistake here. When I checked in for paycheck number 2, my husband rolled over some money, so I adjusted his allowance from 170 or 150 to 170, but I didn't change my totals after I updated that. So just so you know, the new updated budgeted amount was supposed to be negative $203.61, and I was excited because I thought we did better than what was budgeted for, but I actually forgot to allocate money from the penny challenge to go into the savings. So I put it as an income, like the change jar here, I put it as an income, but I didn't put it back into the penny challenge. So anyway, long story short, my numbers were wrong. I fixed them, and we ended up being more over budget than I thought, not less. Yeah. A little upsetting, but hopefully after we close out July, it'll all be okay in the end. That's our hope anyway. Okay, so what did I say? $17.09 left over for me. Let's make sure that is correct. My allowance, 10, 15, 16, 17, and 9 cents. Yes. We are doing good, you guys. I think we have money left over in every envelope except gas. And I know we spent a lot on gas this time. My son and daughter went to go stay with my in-laws, and they live about 2 hours away from us. They don't get to see the kids so much, and so when they do want them, you know, they usually want them for a week or so. And so we dropped them off and had to go pick them up, and just that was a lot of driving, so I know we spent some money. on gas. So let's see, we had 58.17 for gas, another 60.48 for gas, and then 52.24 for gas. 170.89. Yeah, already it's over budget by 10.89. And then we filled up one more time. 60.10. So that means over budget by 70.99. Trying to do the math in my head here. Yeah, I think that's right. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay. So over budget in gas, but that's because we had to do a little bit more driving than expected. Oh, and my husband also had to do a bit of a drive. My husband has a leadership program where he goes around to different marching bands and he teaches the leaders of those bands, like section leaders or people who are in charge, like not just the band directors, but the students themselves. And he leads little exercises trying to get them to be better communicators and how they can be good leaders for their band. It's a really cute thing. So he goes around and he gets paid for these different seminars that he holds. So the one that he went to this month, it was quite a drive. I think he had to drive 2.5, 3 hours to get there. So they paid him for that, compensated him for it. So that plus taking my kiddos to their in-laws, lots of extra fuel. Okay, so sinking funds. I estimated that in general we would spend $800 in sinking funds for the month. And if I divide that by 5, that was $160 a week. So, you know, $160-ish. I went ahead and already looked at the sinking funds. I filled that in already. We spent $100 on week 4, and then we spent $102 in week 5. For unbudgeted, we only had one, I believe. Yes. My husband had to buy some things for band camp, and that will be reimbursed. So that was $149.31. Yeah, so we did. It is unbudgeted because I didn't plan for us to use our money for that, but he will be reimbursed for that later, and then nothing was spent here. Okay, great. So let's make sure everything matches the budget on this side. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to make sure everything is good for closing out paycheck number 3. So I could just rip this page out so you guys could see a little bit better. Okay, so like I said, I made a little bit of an error when I closed out paycheck number 2, but all of that was fixed here for paycheck number 3. I expected us to go in the negative at paycheck number 2, which is fine because we do have a bank buffer to cover those things, but whenever we close out everything for the month, it should end up not being negative. At least that is the goal. So rolling over into paycheck number 3, we were $209.03 in the hole. I did get paid $1,130.51. We used $159.30 worth of sinking funds. Savings used, we took that from our different sinking fund accounts. For baking, I only had 2 orders this month, and with those 2 orders, I take 25%. And so 25% of those 2 orders ended up being $25. So that was our take-home pay for this month. I didn't have any income this paycheck for my Etsy shop, so that was at 0. And then $304.13 was other income. And that other income I broke down here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hang on. There it is. So the leadership camp that my husband taught, he got paid $300 for that. And then in my car, I found a whole bunch of spare change, $4.13 of spare change, and that's going to be brought into the budget. So $304.13. When I add all of that together, we have an actual income of $1,409.91. We didn't have any bills to pay for this paycheck, and I'm leaving this blank for extra debt payment because I rolled the dice for my my dice challenge in my last video, but I forgot to roll it. Like I rolled it for week 4, but I forgot to roll it for week 5. So I had $17.09 left over in my allowance. So hopefully I don't roll anything bigger than a 17. Because if I do, we gonna be in trouble because I don't have that much to put away. All right, here we go. Look. Can you guys see that? I think that's supposed to be a 6 because the dot is like there. Yeah, because this one has a dot next to it and that's a 9. So I think I rolled a 6. So out of my $17 and some change left over, I'm going to put $6 away for, right here, my $6 for my dice challenge, which goes towards an extra debt payment. And I wrote that right here. So I rolled a 2 for week 4. And right here, I rolled a 6. So that means for extra debt payment, we are going to put away $8, which I know is not a lot, but that is much more than we were putting away last month. So let's do some mental math. We should be left with $1,401.91. If I move that over here to the next table, $1,401.91. Out of all of the things we spent, these are the things I just checked in with you guys. I went ahead and filled it in. Food, we spent $295.80. My husband spent $93.48. My allowance, I spent $57.91. Gas, we were definitely over $230.99. We spent $202.23 worth of sinking funds, and we had that unbudgeted amount that will be reimbursed later. But overall, we spent $1,029.72, which isn't bad. Like $9, $10 over budget. Like that's as close as I think we've ever come. So, so if I subtract that from what was left over, we are left with $372.19. So my goal was to put some money away for other things. Our Save and Go account, my Wells Fargo account, automatically puts a percentage of money away to our savings account every time we swipe our card or a direct debit goes through. I thought it was going to put $8 away into our savings account, but it put $4 away. That's fine. $4, I want to put $100 away to put towards a down payment for a new car for me. I want to put $50 away towards my Etsy business. I want to put $50 away towards a Disney challenge. And then for our penny challenge, I'm going to put all of the change that I found from my car, which was $413. But I also want to put the change away from the leftovers that we had. I'm going to keep all the bills and put that back into the bank account, but all of the change I'm going to put towards the penny challenge. So let's see here. I'm going to zoom you out. This is all what was left over. So we had 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. Okay. So we had $413 from car from my change. What did I say? I think I said 81. 81. Plus 81 is $4.94. That's going towards the penny challenge. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. My kiddos just fell asleep and my daughter has been really fussy recently. I think she's teething really bad. So I'm really trying to hurry through this video in case she wakes up. Okay, so that should be $208.94 of savings. Subtract that from what was left over and we have $163 $25 to put towards our bank buffer. You know, normally people would put that $163.25 towards something else. Like maybe I could put more towards an extra debt payment, or I could allocate these extra funds somewhere, and normally I would, but in June we were $600, more than $600 in the hole, and that ate up a huge chunk of our bank buffer, and I really, really want to build our bank buffer back up. So I'm actually going to leave this in our bank account for now. I hope that makes sense. All right, moving on to the penny savings challenge. Okay, so this is the penny savings challenge by Rainbow Budgets. I got the digital download and laminated it myself. I hope there isn't too much of a glare. I honestly cannot see, so hopefully it's okay. All right, so we got $4.94. If I subtract the next biggest amount, that is $3.57. And then we are left with $137, which I know we have because I just started this challenge. So, all right, that's all of our change can go into this little bucket. All right, that's done. And then for our dice savings challenge, which by the way, this is a savings challenge I got from Budget with Ira. It comes with the 20-sided die. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that $6 that was left over in the little envelope, and this money is going to go towards an extra debt payment. Okay, so the last thing to do is to close out July budget. So for those of you who don't know, I like to see my budget in so many different ways. I like to see the monthly view where I have all my income, bills, debt payments, expenses, otherwise known as my cash envelopes, savings, and then I have a little summary box here. I like to see a big summary, but then I break it down even further into the different paychecks of the month, so that way I know what's going on in each paycheck. And then of course I break it down even more into my weekly check-in, so I know what's happening each week. Some people don't like to do that. Some people like to have just the monthly or just the weekly or just the paycheck. If you guys are interested in any of these budgeting stickers, by the way, I have all of those layouts on my Etsy shop, and you can pick and choose depending on what your budgeting style is. For me, I need to see it all because, I don't know, that's just me, I guess. All right, so now to close out July, I need to make sure all of my numbers match. So if I add up all of my actual income, all right, so I had an actual income of $9,032.75. All right, if I subtract my bills, should be left with $8,003. If I subtract all my debt payments, I'm left with $6,591.33. Oops. Don't you just love erasable pens? Okay. And if I subtract what was spent in the cash envelopes, we're left with $1,272.19. I really hope this adds up. $163.25. Is that what I had? Oh my gosh, you guys. Paycheck number 3. Yes, $163.25. It matches. Woohoo! I just realized you probably couldn't see any of that. Okay, so for my summary box, what I do is I write down my total income. The actual was $9,032.75. And if I subtract my total bills, my total debt payments, my total expenses, and my total savings, we should be left with and we are done, lovelies. Thank you so much for sticking with me as I close out my July budget. Please stay tuned for my next video because I will be revealing my August new releases and will be setting up August budget. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and have a good one. Bye!